Hello, my name is Wes Jones, and this is episode 13 in a little mini-series I'm doing showing you how I take a map, a fantasy map, from start to finish, showing you all my workflow, the little tips and tricks along the way. I've had 12 previous episodes, and you can see this map behind that we created. Today, we're going to look at the border. Now originally it was just going to be about the border completely, but the title is so connected to it, as is the compass, that I'm going to look at all these surround elements together. That's what we're going to cover today. Alright, are you ready? Here we go. We can turn off this layer. I'll create a new one. And the first thing I will do is I'll take a look at this from a zoomed out perspective, and I can even use this pen I'm using right here to sketch out where I want these elements. It's okay if it's a little bit, off. I know on a border something like this. I need the title. Now I have to watch out for things like that. That's a city name down here. I have some names up here that I need to look out for a little bit. I can move those around a little bit more easily than I can the city down here. Let's just get rid of those. But I think there's enough room to anchor the title around here. I'll center that when it's done. We'll put the title right in there. Now, I said I was going to incorporate a compass into this as well, and I am. I was thinking of adding something like that with a north arrow, just a very subtle one under the title element. That was one option. Another option was I was going to have these little corner elements. And if you've been watching this whole series, and even if you haven't, I had mentioned at one point that there were these dragons in the water, serpents, and they had these big horns, and there was some kind of energy between them, right? And I said, well, maybe I can incorporate that element and put it into the corner art. I think I still want to do that. It'll look something like that. But for one of them, I could also put the compass there. I'm leaning towards doing that in this area. I remember from my very earliest sketch, actually, that I had kind of mocked up the compass in this area. I think I want to do something like that. Up here, it looks a little crowded, the space up here. Down in this area, there's actually quite a lot of room, and I think I'm going to do that. I'll keep that corner art, but I'll have a compass in there instead. Something like this. I think this will look pretty good. I think what I'll do is I'll speed through this. Well, you know what we need? We need some music to speed through this. Let's play a couple bars. What follows is a great example of watching someone struggle through some decisions. I really knew I wanted a border, but I hadn't thought a lot about it. And it shows here. Sometimes you can get lucky and that border or that element that you're drawing just comes to you really quickly. Sometimes it doesn't, and in this case it really didn't. And again, it's because I didn't really think about it too much, other than I knew I wanted it. Here I'm just sketching in the elements. And I think one of the things that really threw me off was right from the get-go, I decided to draw these viney elements. That was a mistake because the whole nature of this map is there's really not a lot of vegetation in it. It's up north. And I think that really did throw me off. I tried to collect the orbs in there. I probably could have gone another route with this. Maybe incorporated those dragons or something about the rhinoceroses in it, and I think I would have been much more successful. There I'm trying to figure out, okay, is that where the north arrow goes? Sketched in? I'm not sure. Another thing that really threw me off when I did this was the color. I chose the wrong color. It stood out too strong, and I mean, it made some sense. I was trying to match the line work, but it was too overpowering. And again, it made it hard for me to really see this as an option. Just erasing the borders in a very ineffective way. Now, this is where I tried to add in some elements. I thought I'd maybe draw some sort of geometric shape. Circles, those are always great to have on the map. But even at this point, I knew I didn't like it. I was just placing them in just to see if this was worth it. And I had struggled in Clip Studio for too long at that point and decided to go over to Illustrator, because if I'm going to do something geometric or something that's better done in Illustrator, might as well go over there. There I was just testing out the border, wanted an equal distance. Right here I was trying to decide, do I just keep with line work? I almost did. Backed off the last second. I liked the dashes. I knew there was something about those I liked. I wasn't sure at this point. I knew what I was drawing here was somewhat temporary. I could have done this way quicker, but that's sort of what happens when you're thinking about things. Sometimes it's, you know, you're hacking your way through it. Again, I wasn't thrilled about the color. I was trying to lighten it up. And then brought it back over to Clip Studio. And I liked it, but I realized, you know what, I really can't have that line. Gotta make this smarter. So I made the line, you know, much smarter there. Added in the title box. Again, played with the colors. Just, there's something about the colors. It's funny how sometimes you know something's not working, you're just not sure why it's not working. Here, I was trying to make the inside of the map stand out from the background. I played with these colors. Basically, I was looking at the blends, and I was seeing if I could get something out of those. Went from light to dark, back to light, back to dark. But I was somewhat happy with the look. Even though I wasn't sure about the color, I did like where it was going. There's something a little bit modern about the border that was appealing to me for this map. Now here again, I'm playing with the colors. White was intriguing to me, but there was too much white on that this border would never work white. Then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sample the sea. And almost immediately, it worked. And I was like, that's the color I was looking for. It just makes it feel like it's part of the whole map now. There, I was thinking about the orbs. I had always, from the very get-go, wanted to do something with these orbs of energy that those dragons keep between those horns of theirs. But I'd gone in such a clean direction with the design that I didn't really know where to put these. They looked out of place in the corner. I did color them different colors, and this is something where I was like, I gotta compromise. I'm gonna get rid of those, and in those corner dashes, I'm gonna put the color in there. You know what? I'm happy with it. The last thing that I said I was gonna put on this map was that compass, the north arrow, the compass rose. I thought about drawing some rhinoceros horns there, but I'd gone so modern with it that I felt that it just didn't work anymore. Here I'm just struggling with, how do I make this look good? I figured, you know what, just an N for the north, a little triangle, and there you have it. That is the surrounding elements. We've got a border which took forever, but in the end I am fairly happy with it. I think it does a good job complementing the map. I've got the title in there, that's really simple and straightforward, and I have the compass rose in there. Again, very simple. clean look. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Let's see. We have 2 more left. I'm going to do 2 more. Next one is going to be, it's going to be about that one city that I have on the map, and I'm going to try to hide it. I'm going to hide it with, let's make it a surprise. You have to wait till next week to see how I'm going to hide that city. And then basically there's only one more to follow. Well, this has been a fun episode. Even though I did struggle through it, I am happy with the result. Okay, until next time.